Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bebop here. Today's video is going to be about my tank set. I get asked about this set every day when I stream on Twitch and YouTube. I multi-stream, so check me out there. But it's a tank set that I use to get my dailies done, and it's really simple. We start off with the greatsword. I will start off for people who don't have Serenity yet. As you can see, I do have Serenity right here.
Nice. Very nice. Thanks.
And so I will go over that here in a second. But if you don't have Serenity, this week's mutations is nature mutations. So if you go to activities and you look at mutations, let's just click on starstone here. You got 1, 2, and 3. Let's just say at worst case scenario, you get a 2. I doubt you'll get a random 3. But you got festering and slicers. So the enemy stack disease on you. So having divine on your amulet would be really good. Slicers, enemies cast a strong beam that does 30% base void damage. It's an M2, so you're not going to have to really worry about anything. Now, these enemies will drop compost. That means when you kill them, some of them, you'll have to look under the name to see which ones will. They will drop a healing aura that will heal their, the enemies. So you need to pay attention to that. So disease, either with plague strikes on a greatsword, like what you see here, or if you have the bio bomb, you can run that as a tank. I'm not going to run that. I'm going to run stone form, but if you wanted to, you could throw on disease, because a lot of players probably won't bring it in there, and you'll wonder why everything's taking so long to kill. All right, let's go over the gear here. I have Enchanted Ward, Slowing Rupture, Refreshing. A 4 out of 4 refreshing, so that's good. Featherweight here. I got heavy hands, got light legs, and I got heavy feet with Relentless Freedom. That's going to help me get out of the nature pools when you get stuck. That's going to unroot you. All right. Now, if you're DPS, you need to get a Purifying Toast earring. That way, when you drink a regen potion, you can get out of the nature. That way, you're not rooted. So, with this setup without Serenity, I have Plague Strikes, always Trenchant Strikes on the Greatsword, and Shuriken Arcane. Now, I was going to show this setup. I usually use it with Inferno. That's for movement. And last week, I was able to proc fire away from, let's say if we're approaching a named enemy, I'm able to shoot the named enemy to proc the fire here where I'm standing, and that way we can then go fight on him, without the threat of the fire being on us. So that's something you want to look forward to, or that's something you might want to look at doing. If you enjoy the fire staff, Inferno does base its scale off strength, so you can actually use this and actually still do pretty good damage. Now, the taunt ability would be this little ring of fire here, which actually looks pretty cool. If we go into the weapon skill tree, fire staff, this is taunt compatible. If you have a taunt gem, now with this Inferno, I don't have it ranked up all the way, so the gem won't matter in it. So I'm just showing you what I do on some of my other accounts where Inferno is ranked up fully. So to get that to taunt, you need to rank this up fully, upgrade at the gypsum kiln, and then you can add the gem in there, the carnelian, to actually be taunting foes. Let's go over the amulet real quick. I have Alacrity, Nature Protection, Health. I do like Alacrity because I can get from point A to point B a lot faster. Any movement increase to get through these things is better. Now this week, when the enemies are hitting you, they're stacking disease, so Divine would actually be better just to get the extra healing, because you just never know. Leeching, Hardy, put Keen Awareness on this ring. Do not put, anything else. Just Keen Awareness on this ring is best. And then I have Nimble, Despise, Purifying Toast, so I can get out of the nature if I'm rooted. Now, my favorite thing to do is go with Serenity. You can also add a Hatchet for movement if you feel like that's what you want to do. I go Serenity and Hammer a lot of times for the CC. So you can change up a lot of what you want to do here. Make sure you keep the Desert Sunrises on you and any buffs you feel like you may need while you're in there. I recommend keeping like a honing stone, a strong honing stone or common honing stone on you, so that way you can do a little bit additional damage. You don't have to waste coatings when you go to M1 and M2. But here's a great sword setup. This is what I use every time when I tank. And then the hammer setup, I'm just messing around with the Path of Destiny. I miss having that sound. Plus, enemies get separated all over the place in M1 and M2, so at least I can grab their attention with that. And then go Armor Breaker on the bosses. But I kind of miss using this ability. It's kind of an old school thing. Wrecking Ball's just completely horrible now with the new combat system, so I don't even bother using it. But really, Sundering, Clear Out, Shockwave, and Armor Breaker is the main 3 you want. All right, that's what I like to go with for a hatchet tank build if I'm just going to run it in M1 and M2 so I can be faster, get the haste off Refreshing Torrent. Also, Berserk is going to give you haste and movement speed for this dot right here on the hunt. And then we have this week, for this week, since the enemies are healing themselves, then Infected Throw would be really good for the disease. All right, let's get in there and tank some M1 and M2 randoms.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Now, why would you want a random queue as a tank? Well, because you get the extra bonus cachet here, an extra 500 coins and 1,000 faction tokens. Is it worth doing it for the 500 coins? No, absolutely not. But I enjoy tanking, so I know I'm going to be able to get through it, do my own damage with Serenity, and I will heal myself with Blood Drinker, so I'm not really too worried about what else is going on, but I want to get through these things quickly, so this is a setup I usually like to go with. All right, we're going to need M1. You already know how the last room pillars are going to be a fun time. So what I want to do here is go ahead and take Sunrise if you feel like you need it. You can take a Honing Stone if you want. And then I'm going to take some little event strength food just for the additional damage. And we are ready to rock. I hate having recruitment chat right here. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. Don't you just love how M1s, people want to pull everything like they're tanks, but they're not tanks? Go ahead and let them have those guys. I will sit here and take these guys. I mean, why don't you just sign up as tank if you want to tank, right? I do go into onslaught. Oh man. I do go into onslaught positions at times when I want to do extra damage. You will take 15% more damage, but with these guys barely hidden, it's not really a big deal, and I can do more damage and get through this. Yo, why are you shooting that guy? Just focus on the boss. I got the little dogs. Holy hell, the damage is low as shit, man. Stop hitting the bird. You gotta hit the dog. You gotta die at the same time. Stop hitting the bird. Fuck. You gotta be shitting me. Stop hitting the bird because the dog's gonna get up anyways. You gotta kill him at the same time. These guys were fucking terrible. Holy shit.